Start the clock.
Okay guys, Dr. Freedom here with you, and I'm running way behind today. I woke up around noon. See, I have the next 2 weeks off of work, so I'm kind of taking it easy, relaxing, and just having a good time. Did the Omega Files yesterday. We sat down, we had to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I like to every now and then just break off from Doctor Who and go do things, other things I like to watch. Okay, so July 4th weekend, we're not going to be doing the Omega Files because that's basically A, right in the middle of my holiday. B, it's July 4th. It's 4th of July. It's Independence Day. C, we're going to be doing the Q&A with Sophie Aldred on Monday the 6th. C, so there's still plenty of stuff that's going to be coming down the pike to watch. Also, if all goes well, there aren't any scheduling conflicts. Well, I'll be sitting down to talk to Lisa Bowerman on Tuesday. That's so. Oh heck, 2 days away, and I'm already nervous. I've always loved her as Benny Summerfield. Incredible character. She always does a fantastic job at it. So I'm really looking forward to doing that interview. Plus, she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So for Big Finish, and also maybe even go back, take a look at her career. Maybe we'll even talk about that strange cheetah cat that appeared in Survival. But oh well. That's a whole nother ballpark. That's coming Tuesday, so I hope you all look forward to it as much as I do. But let's get into the big news that happened over the last couple days, because it's been backing up, I know, and I wanted to get this shared out with you, so here it comes. An amazing 2D at 480p. Oh, here I am. Well, I'm probably going to upload this one at 480p again because I'm in a monster hurry. Okay. Oops. I forgot to scroll up. Yeah, River Song is joining Big Finish Audios. That's right. Big Finish has announced production of a new range of box sets featuring heroes and monsters from the recent era of Doctor Who, including River Song, the Jadoon, the Sycorax, and the Weaving Angels. Okay, hang on. We'll get to that back to that one in a minute. Now, Big Finish Productions have been producing audio dramas based on original Doctor Who series since 1998-9. However, their access to characters from the post-2005 series has been restricted until now. Well, in February, it was announced that they had gained the rights to use characters from UNIT, and the latest deal expands their range even further. Now, the new wave of adventure. See, I stumbled over my words again because this is very exciting. I can't wait to listen to this. The new wave of adventures due next year will feature Alex Kingston as River Song, who first appeared in 2008's Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead. Now, River will be stepping into the era of the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, for Doctor Who Dome Coalition. What? Am I losing it? No, it's because under the Dome's back. And that's another story I'll tell later. Okay, Doctor Who, the Doom Coalition 2, alongside Liv Chenka, played by Nicola Walker, and Helen Sinclair, played by Hetty Morhan. Now, producer David Richardson says, quote, the idea of River meeting previous Doctors was actually proposed by Stephen Moffat, and it's just irresistible, isn't it? Alex embraced the idea of returning to the role, and so she'll be starring in no less than 2 box sets next year. And yes, we are still pinching ourselves, end quote. I got an idea. Why didn't you do this on TV screen? As much as I enjoy Big Finish Audios, and I'm looking forward to listening to these, Paul McGann looks just like he did back in 1996. And Alex Kingston looks amazing as ever. Why couldn't they have done this on television? Ponder that question. I've been pondering that question a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, ponder it. Why couldn't they have put this on, off? That's like a little mini series. But that's just my brain. Okay. River will then return later in 2016 in Doctor Who, The Diary of River Song, an epic 4-hour adventure that takes River across space and time, seeking out the secret rulers of the universe. Now, Paul McGann will reprise the role of the 8th Doctor in the final installment. Now, the new series adventures will continue in Doctor Who, The Churchill Years, in which Ian McNeice returns as the former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and in the 4-hour saga, Churchill relates a number of encounters with the 9th, 10th, and 11th Doctors in his memoirs, battling alien incursions, metamorphosing creatures, and a Dalek. Now, the stories are going to be told by Ian McNeice, who's supported by a full cast of guest actors, including Danny Horn as Kazran Sardik, in a story taking place within the 2010 special, A Christmas Carol. Interesting. Now, Nicholas Briggs throws in his 2 cents. Ian has played Churchill in just, 4 episodes on TV, and it feels like it is, it was many, many more. It was such a brilliant, definitive performance, and how wonderful that we'll be continuing Churchill's adventures as the Doctor with the Doctor on audio. This is amazing stuff, man. My brain still ain't firing on all 8 cylinders after reading this. This is fantastic. Okay, and finally, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th Doctors will face a new generation of monsters in Doctor Who, the classic Doctor's New Monsters, a brand new 4-story run featuring creatures from the new series. Peter Davison takes on the Weeping Angels, Colin Baker encounters the Junoon, Sylvester McCoy will meet the Sycorax, and Paul McGann will face a new clone batch of Sontarans on the edge of the Time War. Well, before I go on, the question that's been bounced around for the last couple days between various members of the Whovians and myself: how are you going to bring the Weeping Angels to audio? They don't talk much except for Angel Bob, who you can never shut up and is a real irritating butthead. But how do you bring the Weeping Angels to audio? It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. But it's just, they don't really talk much, and once again, except for Angel Bob, who's a real butthole. But, okay, that's something to ponder as we wait for this new series of adventures to come up. Executive producer Jason Hay Ellery says, quote, "It's the ultimate mashup, and we have some great scripts lined up for these landmark stories. There's no doubt that 2016 is going to be a brilliant year for Big Finish," end quote. Now, all 4 box sets will be released across 2016 and are available to pre-order. Okay, like I said, I hope this is a step in the right directions toward one thing me and the other guys on the Whovians have been talking about for a while, and that is Jago and Lightfoot, who just happens to live right there in that particular era, time and space coordinates of London, with the Paternoster Row gang. Strax, Madame Vastra, and of course Jenny Flint. It'd be nice to hear those two groups get together and do an adventure on audio. And you can do it. You ain't got to worry about prosthetics. I'm sure the actors and actresses would be, more than happy to do it. And plus, it would have these, 2 groups that we know are living like right in the same time period, right in the same area of London in that time period, get together. I'm hoping they do that. That'd be awesome. It'd be a whole new Jago and Lightfoot series, interesting. Okay, jumping on over here, Doctor Who Festival for Australia. Hold on to your heels. The Doctor Who Festival in London comes another. What? In London comes another for Sydney, Australia. Look at this crap. Who's editing this stuff? All right, it's basically they've been there before. They're coming back, and now here we go. This is the Doctor Who Festival, and it's going to come down to Sydney. All right, here's all the stuff you need to know for it. And of course, they've added in right here that Peter Capaldi will then head to Auckland, New Zealand on the 24th of November. So not only they're coming down to Australia, he's going to take a John over to New Zealand as well. This is all the info you need right here. Plus, here's a nice little clip. It's only like 30 seconds long. Here are your prices, and hold on to your bums. Oh, my God. And that's, if I remember right, AJ, who I talked to over, on the Omega Files, he's like, that's Australian dollars. So if you need prices, info, and all that on the upcoming trip to Australia for the Doctor Who Festival, boom, it's right here. Okay, I should miss some silly old fusspots, and this is a nice little piece of nostalgia. It was on the 26th of June, 1965. So this was put out on Friday, but I figured I'd share it with you. That Ian and Barbara left the show, which was another landmark because Susan Foreman, who is the Doctor's granddaughter. No, it's not some weird, no, she's not really his granddaughter. No, she was the Doctor's granddaughter, and she left. Then this was the second companion departure where both Ian and Barbara left the show at the end of the chase. So nice little thing here going into it. I gave this a quick read over earlier. I figured I'd share this with you in case you want to go take a little jaunt back in time and sit down and share a moment. Very, very key historical moment. Well, for the show. Okay, BBC audio releases for June. Okay, this month's audiobooks from BBC Audio feature the adaptation of the Target novel The Massacre and a box set release of the 3 original audio series to feature Tom Baker's return as the Doctor. So you got, what do you got right here? Peter Purvis reads John Lucarotti's novelization of his classic first Doctor adventure. So it's probably going to be the only way you actually get to, take a read on the massacre at St. Bartholomew's Eve and whatever. Also, if I remember right, this introduced one of the first Doctor's doppelganger, or actually the first doppelganger of the Doctor, period, which was the Abbot of Amboise. All right, so here we go. Okay, the Nest Cottage Chronicles. I was shown these. I've never actually had a chance to listen to them. That's Hornet's Nest, Demon's Nest, Serpent Crest, all that. And boom, here they all are being re-released for you on the June 11th. Also, they got a competition right here if you want to win a chance to get a shot at one of these. Here's all the details you need right here at the bottom of the article. I'm sorry I'm hurrying a little bit. But, okay, hang on a second. Oops, that's all right. My fault. I was doing a little research on that. So, okay, that's all I had. I was looking back into the whole Doctor going to New Zealand thing, and that was one of the articles I had left over from it that somebody passed to me. So, okay, really exciting stuff. Big Finish is gaining more access to the new show. And if you've ever listened to the Big Finish, main audio range, there were lots of little hints and, little things that were thrown in anyway. Like I remember in the Whispering Forest, you had Peter Davison, and he's leading the companions, and I can't remember if it was Tegan or Turlough note. There's a ship there crashed. He goes, oh, it's a hospital ship. And then they asked, well, how do you know that? And he said, because the green crescent on it is the universal symbol for hospitals, which was something we got from New Earth, on the new series. And they had little things like that were thrown into the main range to tie it to the new one. And now we've got these major, major jumps. But like I said, keep pondering this thought. If you were going to do adventures where River Song met the 8th Doctor, why not just put it on video? I'm not kidding. I don't know why. But I'll still enjoy listening to it and all that, but come on. Why are there still no spin-offs to Doctor Who? It's their biggest moneymaker. Well, next to Sherlock and about that, but still, it's one of their flagship shows, yet we're not allowed to have any spin-offs anymore. I don't know. Something to ponder as you sit across your weekend. Well, folks, I'll catch you all later, so I got to get out of here. I got some errands to run, and I don't even know if I'm going to make it back for Audio Who tonight. Oh, man, I just been really, really busy. I woke up late. So I got to take off. Have a good one. Take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Later, dudes.